Today is Monday. It is September 14th, 2015. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Here we are on almost the middle of the month of September, and we're quickly on our way to the first day of fall, which is just a week or so away.
Sounds good to me.
Less than, well, it's about a week. Yeah. Roughly a week. How you doing?
I'm very well. I hope you are.
Oh, I'm doing just great.
Good.
Kate is our co-host, and I'm a co-host, and we co-host along.
A lot of co-hosting.
A lot of co-hosting going on around here. There you go. Well, first of all, a couple of things to tell you about. We will have special interviews coming up here in a few minutes, and we'll get started with that in just a few minutes. But I want to mention to you that the Southeastern Cancer Care's Cure for the Colors is going to be kicking off here pretty soon, and there are already those out there who are selling tickets for this fundraiser. Cures for the Colors is Southeastern Cancer Care and Dr. Jim Atkins' efforts in raising funds to help people who will benefit from cash being used that they can use to either get to the doctor's office or put food on the table. You know, a lot of times when you donate to organizations for cancer, that money goes to badly needed research, but it doesn't help down at the ground level.
That's right. That's right. It doesn't offset any of the costs of the mileage expenses to go to and from these appointments, so that the cancer patients can get the care that they so desperately need.
That's exactly right. So Cures for the Colors, and I think he has a website, curesforthecolors.org.
That's right.
So you could get information there, but when someone approaches you and says, look, I'm trying to help raise money for Cures for Colors, do what you can for them. Certainly be appreciated. All right? Let's see now. What else have we here? So it was a busy weekend.
It was a very busy weekend.
Yeah, and the weather is just all over the place. It's up and it's down. We got sunshine, and then 5 minutes later we got a downpour, and you know, it's just been like... it
was a big weekend, big week, downtown Goldsboro, a lot of events going on, reading between the wines Saturday night.
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It was.
I've got a couple of things here from the Senior Center. Help me out there, if you would, please.
The Peggy Seegers Senior Center is one happening place in Wayne County, that is for sure. Social Security, this is something we talked about last week. So today at 10 a.m. and then at 12 p.m. at the Senior Center, Ethel Barnes, who's Public Affairs Specialist for the Social Security Administration, will hold special office hours for you to go see her. So she's going to address questions or concerns that you may have relating to Social Securities, and you don't even need an appointment.
No appointment necessary.
You don't even need it.
How about that?
You can head on in there. There's origami classes.
Oh!
I know. Have you ever done origami?
No, I once treated someone for it.
You once treated?
Yeah, and you can get help for it.
Now, here's something that I think is going to be of interest to people. If you've got grandkids or your kids that are always on their smartphones, there's an iPhone class.
Oh, really?
An introduction on it.
For seniors now.
So on Monday, September 21st, so next Monday at 10 a.m., Banks Peacock will have a beginner's class on using an iPad and iPhone. So if you've got one or somebody else in your family has one and you want to figure it out, if you can learn the basics of it, it is a pretty neat tool. So you can text your family members or send them pictures.
And then you'd be on the same plane with your grandkids.
Now, for those of you that already know how to do it, there's an intermediate class.
Oh, is there?
So the first one was a beginner. There's an intermediate the following week on September 28th at 10 a.m.
All right. Thanks, Peacock.
Yeah.
Now, there's a talented guy, because he also is the fellow that holds the origami class. You know what I'm saying?
He is very talented.
He's a very talented guy.
He is very talented.
Don't forget Wednesday and Friday of this week and every week up until about November something, up until Thanksgiving.
Yep.
The farmers market is kicking off and selling all kinds of veggies and good eats out at the Herman Park area. So you're invited to attend and buy a bunch of fresh, delicious, healthy veggies for yourself and your family.
The 8th through the 11th is the North Carolina USTA Championships.
Now,
how
do you spell that?
We talked USTA.
Oh.
We talked about this the other week. We were bragging about Betsy Roseman, our friend with Travel and Tourism for Wayne County. She is working on bringing in organizations and groups and events 4 or 5 years out. So
Wow.
this is a big tennis association.
Oh.
We're several years being the host of it.
Yes.
These aren't handed out. Communities pretty much fight for them
Yes.
around. And Goldsboro and Wayne County did such a great job of welcoming these players from all around that she was able to secure it one more go round, and hopefully many more. So that'll be that week.
And this is a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
It's Tennis Association.
It's a big deal.
Major.
October 31st, which is Halloween, is the Goldsboro Duathlon. Now, this is a part of a series called Power Man. So somebody asked me, they were like, does that mean like Power Man? It's not. So a triathlon includes swimming.
Right.
A duathlon does not. So apparently, for people that enjoy these kinds of things, this is something that's more appealing if swimming is a component that you don't enjoy. So that's going to be Halloween. It is in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This is really big in other countries.
Wow.
It's a big deal that it is not only in the United States, but that it is coming to Goldsboro, North Carolina. So you'll hear more about that leading up.
Yeah.
And that's the 31st. And I do know that the night before, you'll start hearing more about this. Our friends over at the dance store downtown on Center Street are doing a flash mob.
Oh, really?
Ooh, for Halloween. So
Really?
this is very cool.
Okay,
This
it's
is
a
very
secret,
cool.
so don't tell anybody.
Well, you contact Beth over at the dance store, and she can fill you in some more. Or you can contact the chamber. We'll provide you with information. But what they're wanting, what their vision is to fill the streets with this flash mob. Think Thriller. In downtown Goldsboro.
Yeah.
And then from there, everybody come on down to the Paramount to watch Ghostbusters. Is that not appropriate?
That is appropriate.
It's very appropriate. So
that's
Dancing
great.
Butterfly, this was a vision that they had, and they thought, how cool would it be? And those are usually the best plans when somebody goes, what if, or how cool would it be? So we applaud them for spearheading this.
That's exciting.
So you have to do it.
I got to get my glove out.
I have said that I will do it, and
Yeah?
I'm pulling my children in too.
Are you really? Ooh. And this is the night before.
So before Halloween.
So
So
it would be
Halloween's
the
on the
30th.
31st or the 30th. So we've got a lot of stuff going on the 30th, and then the 31st, we'll have these dual athletes running around Goldsboro, which is fantastic.
That is fantastic. Well, this is Beak Week.
Last week.
What's today? Today's the 14th.
Just kidding. I thought the winging. I knew I was going to look at that wrong.
I know. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Look, today's the
Yes.
today's the 51st
So-
of the month. And they printed this thing upside
is
down. Can you believe
Monday.
that? People don't know. They don't do good work anymore.
I feel
It's
like
print-
Beak
look,
Week.
upside down.
It's not going to be Beak Week. It's going to be called Beak Weeks because there's been so much good
Oh,
build up.
yeah,
So
there's been a lot
good. What have
going
you
on.
got? What
Yeah.
you got?
I got
tonight?
food. We're talking about your basic wing eating contests. Yum, yum. Don't be chicken about this.
Oh.
No, nothing foul about this particular event. In the John Street parking lot, which is right behind the Flying Shamrock and that beautiful building there, the Oddfellows building, 20 contestants at $20 entry fee and a $100 cash prize and more, with finger-licking wings cooked by the Rail House, which is, oh boy. This is tomorrow evening beginning at 6 p.m. and you will have to register no later than this afternoon. And you can do so simply by contacting somebody that's associated with this group. Or contact the Parks and Recreation Department.
Yes.
Parks and Recreation, Goldsboro City Parks and Recreation. All right? Anyway, the Rail House is at 108 North Center Street. That's in Mount Olive.
No, it's not.
That's what I meant. It's not in Mount Olive.
It's not Mount Olive.
That's what I meant to say.
There is a
108
great
North Center Street. Oh, 108 North Center Street.
Yes.
That's in Goldsboro.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now Mount Olive does have a beautiful Center Street.
Oh, they do. They do.
They have
They
beautiful
do.
Center Street.
They have a beautiful Center Street. But the Rail House is here in Goldsboro.
That's right.
It's at 108 North Center, as I
Yes,
recall.
it is. You recalled well.
I recall, thank you. There you go. I guess I'm through with this. All right, we're going to go to this, and then we'll be back in just a moment.
Your source for what's happening in your community is Wayne Goldsboro Television.
Our guest today is Heath Radford. Heath is with the Wayne County Public Library. How are you doing?
Doing well, Wayne.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that you and I go way back.
Oh yeah, we go way back.
You were quite the extraordinary speller at the Wayne County Regional Fair when Heath was in the spelling contest out there. You did quite well for yourself several years in a row.
Oh yeah.
You and your sister both did well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. But anyway, you're all grown up now, and you are at the Wayne County Public Library.
Yeah.
You have a master's in library science, I do believe. Congratulations on that.
Got it this past May.
Fantastic. All right. Now, you're the reference librarian now. So tell me, what are you here to talk about today?
Today I'm here to talk about our Let's Talk About It discussion series that was provided to us by the North Carolina Humanities Council. And as part of a grant we got from that Humanities Council, we are providing a different series of lectures from different scholars provided by the council as well to go over different classics of North Carolina writers from the Literary Hall of Fame. Our first one is actually September 22nd, where we're actually going over The Marrow of Tradition by Charles Chestnut, and we're having an NC State professor come out and talk about the work. It also opens up afterwards, after she does her lecture. We'll have also a group discussion as well, and of course refreshments are provided for each session.
Well, that's nice, but this will be at the library. And let me have that date again. What time does it start?
It is September 22nd from
Okay.
6 to 7:30.
Okay. And who is invited to this? Is there a specific audience that you're trying to target, or?
I'm kind of leaving it open to everyone.
Everyone.
Because the way we've got the different materials, they actually can reach a whole bunch of demographics. And so I kind of wanted to pull from each of those and see what we, who will show up and learn maybe something new about a book they've read before.
I love to read. I don't know all the authors who have ever written anything, but tell me about, do you know anything about these authors, or these people?
A lot about these authors, like for instance, Lee Smith, actually met her at a conference for NCLA, and she's really good at writing stories set in local spots in North Carolina.
Oh.
She actually wrote a recent novel about Zelda Fitzgerald and her time at the Highland Hospital in Asheville.
Okay.
Charles Chestnut, he was one of the most influential African-American authors as well during his time in the 1800s. And then John Ely and Reynolds Price and Thomas Wolfe, they're always synonymous with Southern writers.
Yeah, everybody knows Thomas Wolfe.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably ask any of the English majors here in Goldsboro, if you bring up Thomas Wolfe, they start singing his praises.
Yeah.
So.
You can go home again. Listen to me now.
We're actually doing Look Homeward Angel for
Are you?
his book.
Okay. Great.
And we also have, I'm checking this as well, because see, I got our little flyer today just But yeah, we also have Reynolds Price as well.
Reynolds Price.
He's
Very
another
good.
big one.
Yes.
So.
That's great. And
one of our benefits for this grant is for the teachers that come to all 5 of these sessions, they can actually get a continuing education credit. So we're kind of opening up that as well for teachers and professors to come in.
excellent. Teachers, professors, anybody interested in this topic. Congratulations on the grant, by the way.
Thank you.
Did you write the grant? Did you?
Yep. I had some help as well from my director, of course, because this was my first grant.
Yeah.
But it was definitely exciting, and it's.
Well, I'll tell you, I admire the staff at the Wayne County Public Library. You guys do a fantastic job out there.
Thank you.
I don't know how you work with Marty Cheddar, though. I'm telling you. Hey, everybody loves Marty. Yeah, he's a good guy. But the staff at the Wayne County Public Library is there to help. Anytime you have a question, anything at all that you need, these guys are there to help you out. Donna Phillips, of course, the director out there, does a great job.
Oh, yeah.
Your staff is fantastic, and my congratulations on the grant and your masters. And again, this is September 22nd at the Wayne County Public Library on East Ash Street here in Goldsboro. And if we have any questions about that, Heath, what's that phone number?
That phone number again is 919-735-1824. You can contact any of our desks, and we all have some information about the grant. So definitely, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us.
That is fantastic. Heath Radford is a librarian reference person, a reference librarian. at the Wayne County Public Library. I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Wayne.
Good to see you.
Thanks for watching. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, in the heart of Goldsboro, in the heart of Wayne County.
Our guest today is Kriquette Davis of the Goldsboro Family Y, and I appreciate you coming in. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for being here, and always a lot going on at the Y. We all love the Goldsboro Family Y. It is big, and there's so many things going on there. So where do we start today?
Well, we're in the middle of a strategic plan, so we can start a little bit with that because we've been getting...
Strategic plan. Oh, my.
We did one about maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and basically then it was like a 3 to 5 year plan. And now the way things change so much, we're doing more of like, you know, a 1 year plan to kind of go and see how things are going. But,
Okay.
But we're getting feedback from the community. We had one meeting with like community stakeholders, people that are in all different parts of Wayne County to kind of get their feedback and see, you know, what they know about the Y, you know, what they think makes the most impact, things that they think we should be doing more of. And one of the interesting things is that when we talk about collaborations, they're like, you know, you guys should collaborate with the Boys and Girls Club, and you should collaborate with, you know, and we do. Like, we've got a list that's like single spaced with like 75 people in the community that we collaborate with.
Wow.
Now that doesn't mean that we do something with them every day,
Right.
but like the Boys and Girls Club, you know, they come and swim. I go do darkness to light training for them. You know, we do different things. We work with 4-H, we work with the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, we work, I mean, it's just, the list goes on and on
So
and
you're
on.
collaborating. You've been collaborating the whole time
Yeah.
with other
But
organizations.
we don't tell our story very well, and that's what is coming out of the strategic plan meetings that we're going, because people don't know, because we don't tell it,
Aha.
but we have to.
We need some marketing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just hired a marketing director,
Oh.
Amanda Grantham. She started in July,
Great.
and she'll be coming to do this more often than I will. And
Oh.
so it's going to help to have somebody, you know, behind that and pushing that. But we're also training our staff in 2 different things. One's living our cause, because, you know, the YMCA is mission driven, and we always are working towards character development and different things. So, you know, we want them to live out their cause through, you know, not only at work, but with what they're doing with the kids and everything else. And then the second part of that is experience storytelling. And that's another, we don't tell our story well.
Right,
And
right.
I mean, you know, people walk in the office every day and say, let me tell you about this experience I had. And we go, oh, you know, that's wonderful. And then we might
that's
tell
where it
somebody
stops.
else. Yeah.
That's where it
And
stops.
so we're trying to do a
Yeah.
better job about, you know, just jotting it down
Yeah.
or getting them to jot it down or something, because, I mean, we impact lives on a daily basis.
You, at times, write a newspaper article at times, right? A column. And I would have to think that some of those stories may end up at that column
Right. Yeah.
one time or another.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and, you know, and we come into contact with people that need the Y.
Oh, yeah.
For, you know, not just as a place to work out, but somewhere that they feel like they're accepted, somewhere that they feel like they're in their comfort zone. Because one of the biggest compliments that we ever got, one of the fellows from YUSA came down about 5 or 6 years ago, and he said, I've been doing this for 50 years. He said, and this is the first YMCA that I've ever seen that is a true cross-section of your community.
Wow.
And to me, that was the biggest compliment that we could have received, you know. And so we try to touch as many people as we can and do as much as we can for everybody.
Well, let me tell you something. Not just any organization can accomplish that. It takes a staff to actually make that work. And you have one of the finest staffs there at the Goldsboro Family Y of any organization I know of. You guys are just fantastic. And you all have that mindset. We need to get everybody in from the community. There's no barriers, there's no lines to cross. Just get everybody we can in here and have a good time, get healthy, get clear thinking. You cover all these bases. But now here's a myth that constantly follows the Family Y around, and that is, you know, I'd love to be a member of the Family Y, but I just can't afford it.
Right. And that's
What's wrong with this
huge
picture?
myth. That's and again, we don't tell our story very well. We, in the meeting we had last night, every time I say the figure that we spend or that we do for financial assistance, people are like, $400,000 a year or around that we do in program services, membership, financial assistance. Everybody does pay something, but it's not.
It's on a scale.
It's on a scale. We use the government's poverty scale to do that at the child care, with preschool, after school, summer camp. I don't want anybody to be left out. Luckily, we've always been able to say that we can do that, and we want to be able to continue to do that in the future. It's just important to us.
So here we go. We've been talking, I guess, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, something like that, and I have yet to ask you what you want to talk about today.
Well,
what do you want to talk about?
I always got stuff to talk about. Yesterday,
What's going on?
Well, yesterday we got some exciting news. We have been trying to get to be a part of the YMCA's diabetes prevention program. It's something they rolled out a couple years ago.
Wow.
And we put in for it and got news yesterday that we've been approved for it.
Wow.
And so that's going to be a big thing with us. And of course, Watch is located, one of the offices is located inside the Y.
That's right.
We have a really great relationship with the health department. We have a great relationship with the hospital. So be looking for that, because the rate of diabetes is so high in our community. We need to be on the prevention side. We don't need to be on the dealing with it side.
There was a number I heard a few years back that the rate of diabetes was 1 in 4, or it was 1 in 8, and it was actually twice that many didn't even know they had it.
Right.
Now that number has increased greatly. It's about 1 in 2 now, as I heard just the other day. And whether that's accurate or not, it doesn't matter. Suffice it to say, a tremendous number of people either have diabetes or are on the edge of having diabetes. Now, so what will this do for the community, this program?
This program will help prevent people from becoming diabetic. If somebody's pre-diabetic, we'll be able to get them back down to where they need to be. People don't realize how bad diabetes is on your body. My husband's diabetic.
Is he?
Yes, and his hereditary in his family, and I didn't realize. I mean, my grandmother passed away with it years ago, but I mean, I was really, really young and didn't really understand how devastating it is to your body and how hard it is to control. And even when you're doing all the right things, sometimes you can't control what your body's doing.
I imagine most people don't realize how it can be deadly. Most people don't realize how it does affect your body.
I mean, you can lose your eyesight, you can lose limbs, you can lose, I mean, it's just, it goes on and on and on. I mean, it can cause issues with your kidneys and everything else. I mean, and that's exactly what actually got my grandmother, was she went into renal failure as a result of the diabetes. And so we don't want people in that situation. We want to educate them and help prevent that, and we've got all the tools to do it.
Will these be will this be in the form of classes or what?
It'll be a hodgepodge of everything. Is whatever we need to do to get out and work with people.
Still in the planning stages on this,
stages.
But it's going to be an all-out effort to make everybody in Wayne County aware of the dangers of diabetes, how to avoid it, how to prevent it, how to treat it, all of that.
And give them a plan. I mean, that's the whole
You
thing.
gotta have a plan.
We can talk about it all the time, and then follow through with people and make sure that they're paying attention to their health. And
That's right.
None of us like spending time at the doctor's office, but
Oh no,
you
the
have to do
magazines
it.
are horrible there. They're terrible. Nobody likes that.
I don't like the scales.
No, I hate those too.
Yeah.
But the okay, we're still in the planning stages here. So let's just say that we're going to hear more about this very soon. We have Amanda with marketing who's going to bring attention to all of this, what's going on at the Y, and we want everybody to be a part of this. Now, some people, as you mentioned, inherit. It's hereditary to some, but other people just acquire it.
Right.
And there's ways to avoid that. It's tough. It's not easy. Nothing in life is easy. Boom. I mean, that's bottom line. So we're going to be hearing a lot more about this, I hope, and very soon.
Yeah, and it's lifestyle changes, and we've done a lot with our kids, giving them a healthy environment. We talked about this last time I was here about K&W feeds them, and they have healthy. It has to be approved by a dietitian, what they're eating. We make water available to them. That's what they drink. You know, it used to be Kool-Aid or what. I mean, we used to
Soft
pick up those
drink or whatever.
big bins of Kool-Aid and,
Yeah.
and whatnot. But the sugar intake is just tremendous.
That's right.
That's one of those things that I have known for a long, long time. But we went to YMCA of the USA puts on something called General Assembly, and 2 years ago we went, and it was in Philly, and Dr. Sanjay Gupta was one of the speakers.
Wow.
And again, you know these things, and I had already decreased the amount I was drinking in sodas,
Yes.
but he was on stage and had a measuring cup with the amount of sugar in it that was in a soft drink, and I swear I was about to gag. I was like, I mean, it's like drinking just sugar.
A can of sugar.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that kind of, I knew better, but it kind of like, I was like, whoa, you know.
Kind of drove it home,
yeah,
didn't it?
Yeah. And that's the things people need to understand. It's like ketchup and different things
Yes.
that have so much sugar in it.
Ooh, I love ketchup.
I love ketchup too. I love ketchup too.
But you got to stop. Well, not stop, just
No, it's
in moderation.
Exactly.
Moderation is the key to everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have a new swim coach.
Who is that?
His name is Lance Thornton.
Of course it is.
That's
I mean,
right.
That's Lance Thornton.
That's right.
I mean, what a great name.
Well, and you know.
I mean, he's probably a great
yeah,
guy, but.
I think so. He's starting on Monday. He's coming from Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, good. Southern boy, huh?
Well, he's from New York.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and ended up in Montgomery as the swim coach. So he's going to be the.
Okay.
the
So he
head of
moved
curriculum.
south.
Yeah.
So he's really smart.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, and he's going to come hang out with us. But we're going to break him in good. 'Cause,
There you go.
You know, I told him, I said, I went to school with somebody named Lance, and we always called him Lance Romance. I said, so I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like if that slips out, you know, I can't do anything about it. So
Oh, there you
everybody
go.
on staff's kind of.
Well, we got to have him in here to talk to him
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
bring him in. He's
Good.
got a great expertise.
Oh,
He's
great.
excited. He's already sent an email out and wants some of the kids to come play ultimate frisbee with him on Saturday. 'Cause
Oh, good.
He's moving on Friday, so we're excited about doing that.
He's moving and he's already into everything.
Oh yeah, he's been all over it.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting Lance. That's great. Lance,
Romance.
romance. There you go.
He's going to get me for that.
He's going to probably hit me.
No, he won't.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell him it's my fault.
Okay, no, don't tell him that. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks.
Kriquette Davis is the associate executive director of the Goldsboro Family Y on Parkway Drive in Goldsboro. What is that phone number?
It is 919-778-8557.
That's exactly right. 778-8557. Thank you, Kriquette.
Thanks for watching. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, in the heart of Goldsboro, in the heart of Wayne County.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today is Monday. Oh boy, that explains a
Oh,
lot.
boy.
That do explain a lot there. There you go. Okay, tomorrow is another day, and here you go again. Okay.
Here we go.
The Performing Arts Series at the Paramount Theater is just an absolute blast. They have people coming in from all over the country, and it is an amazing event every time somebody appears. They've got the Passing Zone on October 4th, and that looks like jugglers and acrobats.
It does.
Does, doesn't it? Love a juggler and acrobat act. And of course, for November 24th, downtown lights up, and then immediately after that, the North Carolina Symphony. And by the way, they love coming to Goldsboro. They love the Paramount Theater because the acoustics are just amazing. And if you haven't heard the North Carolina Symphony, better yet, if your children have never heard the North Carolina Symphony, you'll hear all kinds of music, Christmas music, holiday music, all kinds of other music. These guys love Goldsboro. They love the Paramount, and you will love them. They're great.
Absolutely.
Our own symphony.
Yeah, our own symphony in downtown Goldsboro, and Lights Up is one of my favorite things in our community. It absolutely is. And, you know, Streetscape will be completed by then.
That's right.
We're having, you know, November, that will be done. So it's kind of it will serve several purposes, I would
will.
imagine. It'll be a special night.
Yeah. All right. We are out of time.
I don't know how that happened.
It goes so quickly. Anyway, we're going to do this again tomorrow. Maybe I'll get it right then. So anyway, join us and find out. We'll be right here on Channel 10 Time Warner Cable or Channel 99 AT&T UVerse. And if you don't have either one, if you're not watching us right now, either turn your TV on or go to YouTube. It'll be on next week. Okay?
That sounds good.
That works for me too. There you go. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
we'll see you tomorrow.